the two main things they look for is height and income. What your height and your income have to do with your morals and values.
Man, this is some bullshit.
Big up yourself, YouTube. It is your girl Chantel. Came across this clip on Red Pill Awareness Instagram page. We're going to dive into it and see if we can learn a thing or two. Let us take a listen.
Women would be satisfied with a man who's 80% of everything they want. 2/3 say no, I deserve it all. You pose the same question to a man and 2/3 say yes, that would be great. So media and online dating to a certain extent have massively raised the expectations of women, and you can't tell people to lower their expectations. And there are fewer and fewer men who meet those expectations. We've all seen those TikToks of women who are asked, what are your minimum requirements for a man? And it usually comes down to two key criteria, height and money. He has to be at least 6 feet tall, has to make at least $100,000. That doesn't sound that unreasonable. But if you take out married men and you go 21 to 50, that's 0.6% of the population. And because now people are meeting online, where those metrics become more important than everything, people aren't connecting. And so what we have is a series of very base criteria that are eliminating the majority of the pool of men for consideration from women. Women end up dating older, oftentimes also end up lonely. Young men have a very few prospects and become lonely. The difference is they become dangerous to society and to themselves.
He dropped a lot. He said a lot in that video. He dropped a lot of knowledge. Few things that I wanted to discuss and highlight. The two things that he said women care about, height and money. Really?
Come on, man. You don't know better than that as a cool person. Come on, man.
A man's height and a man's money has nothing to do with his morals, his values, his ability to lead, his discernment, his decision-making skills. Does he have a relationship with God? Like, what's his spiritual walk like? Which God does he believe in? Like, and it breaks my heart to observe and to see woman after woman on, even like, let's pay attention. Let's use the Pop a Balloon or Find Love show as an example. And this is because I literally just posted a video reacting to it. They were more concerned about the man's outfit than they were about his morals and his values. No one asks probing questions like, what do you do when you're under stress? Like, who do you turn to when your back is against the wall? Like, questions that matter. We don't ask those. We're more concerned about, is it a coffee date or is it a $200 dinner? Is he an entrepreneur or he's a 9-to-5? Like, those surface level conversations that go viral on social media time after time after time. And it's like, damn, do you even care if this man beats women?
I said what I said.
Like, and I'm being extreme, but do we even care if this man knows how to communicate? Like, how does he deal with conflict? How does he communicate? How does he move when he's frustrated? Like, when the world is on his shoulder, how does he release stress? We don't have those kind of conversation. All we're just focused on is his height, the clothes he wear, and his income.
Man, this is some bullshit.
It's frustrating to observe because the things that matter aren't discussed. It's just very unfortunate. We criticize, especially people in the West, criticize arranged marriages without realizing that arranged marriages work because the family interview each other. They take a deep dive into your partner's background, and your partner has a name and a reputation that he has to uphold. He has a family name that he has to protect. So when you get a spouse that was picked from an arranged marriage situation, you're less likely to find someone who is going to be abusive or who is not going to have substantial morals and values, or who's going to manipulate you. And we're so far behind in the West. We're so brainwashed because we think that choosing your spouse yourself is better. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that there weren't any downside to arranged marriages, but we turn up our nose to that without realizing that how we're doing it is 10 times worse than how an arranged marriage situation as women, we were encouraged to focus on materialistic things, superficial things. Like, as I said, the simple fact that there are no emphasis on how does this man behave in a conflict. How does he relieve stress? The gentleman in the video said the two main things they look for is height and income. What your height and your income have to do with your morals and values. I mean, it's unfortunate to see where we are in life, to see where the world is when it comes to dating and relationship. Let's see what the comments have to say. Someone said, at this point, majority of women want a perfect man that don't exist. Meanwhile, they aren't willing to do half of the 80% of a man, but not all, but some. Yeah, like a woman wants a man to take you as you are, but they want a perfect man. What perfect man is going to take an imperfect woman? What perfect anybody is going to take an imperfect anybody? Another comment said, that doesn't sound that unreasonable. What fantasy world does he live in? It sounds fun. I might like to visit. Don't know what they're talking about. Nice. I'm in the top 0.1%. The mathing. Someone else said, young men became dangerous to society and themselves because they become red pill and checked out from participation. Example, passport bros. Shout out to the passport bros. Yeah, that understandable. You look at a dating market where women are choosing men based off their height and their income. That is crazy. Who the hell would stay around in this dating market? Again, as I'll always say, shout out to the passport bros. A few more comments. You mean to tell me we can't tell adults to live in reality? The problem? No, you can't tell anyone anything. This is a generation. Exactly. You can't tell anyone anything. If you tell a woman to choose a man who has two out of the three things you want, they're going to say, oh, you're encouraging me to settle. Then stay single. There is nobody walking on this earth that is perfect. You are going to have to compromise with some things. The only thing that I believe in the dating market, if you're dating, the only thing that I believe you shouldn't compromise on are your core values, your morals and your values. A lot of these women don't even know what their moral and their values are to even look for similarities in a man. And that's where the issue is. I reacted to the Pop Your Balloon or Find Love. Go check it out. Thank y'all so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comment section, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. It is your girl, Chantel. Take care.